Ooh-wee, y'all. Grand Rising, good afternoon, and good evening, baby. Whatever time you click on this reading is the right time for you. And I thank you in advance for your viewership and support. So, if you're here today and you've been following me, you know that I had a poll on my page yesterday for who would go up next with the Life After Puffy series. It was between TD Jakes and Meek Mill. Now, as of midnight, when I went to sleep last night, TD Jakes won, but I see that there has been a surge and Meek Mill is pushing through. So, y'all were going to get the both of these either way it goes. So, if you're seeing this, this is because I've already uploaded TD Jakes. He is number 11, and Meek Mills is now number 12. Okay? The numerology of 12 breaks down to 3. 3 represents being able to go into union and to work in a collaborative effort. Okay? Um, y'all, my spirit guides are on one. I'm going to say this already because this is the first person in this whole entire series where I went into doing their reading and I started channeling music. It's not a big deal for me when I'm doing, private readings. I even sing and rap in my readings. Anybody's had a reading with me, they'll tell you, when I start channeling music, it's because there's something in the lyrics, something in that verse that is of direct importance to what I need to, say. So it threw me for a while because I kept getting the Pointer Sisters automatic. Okay. You got to go back on Apple Music, possibly, YouTube for my younger generation. I know y'all have no idea what I'm talking about. It sounds like I'm speaking French right now. Pointer Sisters automatic. Who is that? What is that? Okay, let's get you caught up. So this was a song that came out, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, this was a part of Eddie Murphy's soundtrack for Beverly Hills Cop. And the sound was popularized first by the DeBarge family, and then they flipped the sound into automatic. So imagine a woman singing in a bass, tone, and you had El DeBarge singing above the staff, which people thought was a female. So even in that speaks for itself. But I want to play. I had to cut my I had to cut my volume off, y'all, so I don't get in trouble with YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna read the lyrics and then I'm going to play them on the screen so that you can see this for yourself. And you'll understand why I was channeling this, because when I read the lyrics, I was floored. This is the beginning of the song. It says, "Look what you're doing to me. I'm utterly at your whim. All of my defenses down. Your camera looks through me. It's X-ray vision. And all systems run aground. All I can manage to push from my lips is a stream of absurdities. Every word I intended to speak winds up locked in my circuitry. No way to control it. It's totally automatic whenever you're around. I'm walking blindfolded, completely automatic. All of my systems are down, 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 down." So when I first, okay, because I want y'all to see this. Hold on, let me make sure. This literally threw me. It threw me when I read it because it explained a lot. Okay? And we're going to tap into this energy around these lyrics, because I haven't received lyrics for anyone in the series until just now. And I kept humming this before the camera cut on, and I couldn't understand why. So I had to look it up to see. And to my surprise, it's like, oh, baby, wait a minute. So let me get a deck out. And I thank you for your patience. If someone could politely timestamp this reading for the 5-minute and 40-second mark, please and thank you. But I had to get that out of the way because that was very important. Alrighty, angels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest heavenly order, tap me into the energy around Meek Mill. Show me what life is going to be like for Meek Mills after Puffy. What is life like for Meek Mills after Puffy? If I hum, y'all, please forgive me. I'm humming the song because I'm keeping the lyrics in my head. It's my way of pulling the energy so that I can tap into the energy around the lyrics. Show me, show me, show me. Okay, 7 of Cups. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. 4 of Cups and the Magician. Y'all, damn. If you've been reading with me for a while, you know that 7 of Cups is not just about considering your options. 7 of Cups is about substances, possibly cross-addicted or multiple substances that led to an unrequited moment. 4 of Cups. And this was manifested through trickery, the Magician, alchemy, trickery, through undercover, sneaky, covert means. Okay? What this is saying to me, oh gosh, y'all, I might as well say this right now. Trigger alert, trigger alert, trigger alert. Okay? Everything that is said in this reading is for entertainment purposes only. All things said are alleged. I have no proof of anything that I am about to say. Allegedly, what this looks like is he may have hung out with Puffy a time or two before he ended up in a compromising situation due to something being placed in his beverage, or him taking one thing and finding out it was another after a possible alleged situation transpired. Oh, baby. The rabbit hole started early and deep with this one. I knew it as soon as I started channeling music. Yes, this emperor, the person who has total control over everything. So, due to the situation, life as he knew it, everything that he understood it, at that moment changed. Okay, the death card represents that something has to end for something to begin. Behind this man is a huge moon. This man looks like a shell of himself, like a part of him died. Okay. Someone who, due to the secrets and the energy around this situation, has a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, a lot of issues with being able to sleep and rest. Um, this is going to be this is messed up. And I feel for him because, men don't have anywhere or anyone that they can go to where they don't get shamed, harassed, and humiliated in certain types of situations. Um, I'm literally hearing, Puff, I know the devil, but I met them both once upon a time. So even that being said in a nursery rhyme type of way, in a allegory type of sense, is letting it be known that he knew of Puff before he met the real person. It didn't happen all at once. It wasn't just overnight. He became comfortable around this person, and then it was like the other shoe dropped and he ended up in a vortex. Yeah. So, you go off into the situation for work. 8 of coins. I encountered you through work, because of work. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. That's Puffy popping up in this reading, because we know he's a water sign, so he would be the King of Cups, Mr. Scorpio. So he encountered you for work. And it's like, whatever he learned going off into this situation from work, getting deeper and deeper involved into certain contracts, negotiations, and agreements with some people, it's like as soon as he was locked in, this is when the other side of this person came out, and it's like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? But I see that it starts off with, substances. So when he came around him, he may have had a substance issue in the beginning. And this is what led him to being around him, partying with him, hanging out with him, because he was able to be in his lowest depravity. These things were provided. It's like, oh yeah, I can come in, I can get high, I can turn up, I can mess with this one, and this one. All the carnal pleasures were provided, but they became a trapping of some kind. Yeah, this is when you found out there was a duality, 2 of coins. This person wasn't quite what you thought they were. Queen of Coins at the bottom of the deck. This even feels like, now he realizes people were using him to get close to the Queen of Coins, the abundant woman, Nikki. So it does show that at one point he really did love Nikki, and he's sorry to her for being two-faced, playing both sides of the fence with her, because he felt like he was in, he had made it. Um, Six of Wands. So it feels like to me, y'all, trigger warning, allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Things move extremely fast after possible, party favors may have been given to someone, possibly placed in a drink. I do see him partaking in something, not knowing that whatever it was that he partook in, you know, may have had a little jetpack boost to it, if you get what I'm saying. And I do see that he had times where he wanted to leave this toxic, chaotic situation behind, but he's also afraid of his safety, the death card. Yeah, he's sorry that he got himself off into this situation. Y'all, come on now. He's sorry that he got himself off into this situation. The choices he made, because the lovers also represents choices. So you got the Five of Wands here that represents physical conflict. Five of Cups. So for him to fight these people back would be futile. This is definitely not a situation that he could handle the way that he would handle in the streets, like running down on somebody, putting your hands on them. Like, this is not going to work that type of way. And that's where it leads to so much shame, regret, remorse. Um, God. This is why you don't get so excited when you see the shiny people. Y'all, listen. The devil never shows up looking like a cautionary tale. The devil shows up in a way that is most appetizing and appealing to you and the way that you vibrate at that time. Whatever you think is going to be the best thing that could ever happen to you, those are the blurred lines that the devil will come and play with you under. Because you got to think about what you want versus what you need and what you're willing to do for it. It's not that what you want all the time is bad. It's what you're willing to do for it. Yeah. So here it is, the Nine of Pentacles, the independent woman. Remember what I just said about Nikki, okay? And let's remember, Diddy managed Nikki for what? 2.5, almost 3 years. So it's like he knew what she was going through. He understood the nature of the relationship that she was in and the things that were happening to her. Y'all, it's so crazy. It's like the energy that she was once in under Meek is now the energy that he's currently in, because the next card is the Two of Coins, which is like he juggled with the idea of playing both sides. um how did this idea even come about? See, she was able to move on from this toxic, chaotic situation with him. It even feels like at some point in time, due to whatever type of addiction and affliction that he was going through, that he could have been two different people, trapped in one body. And this is where love just was not enough. but now he's facing judgment, okay, for the role that he's played in certain things, because he had the opportunity to walk away from this toxic, chaotic type of life, but he chose to play the middle. He chose to ride the fence because he didn't want to lose the accoutrements of this life. Yep. What I say, he didn't want to lose the accoutrements of his life. Being around Diddy provided large amounts of money and income. And, you know, he loves money. Ace of Cups over the Ace of Coins. He loves money. And because he loved money so much, he put himself in a lot of dark places and spaces, a lot of situations for the love of money. Money was never the issue. It was his love of money that got him tricked up and trapped up in this situation. And now he's facing judgment right along with this man and his family. See, when you came in, it's like, oh, you know, we're family over here. We're getting money. You know, whatever bros over hoes type of speech he had to give to him to manifest his allegiance. It's like they're all facing judgment now. And here it is. It's like you fought against tapping into your faith. Like, I don't know if he grew up Muslim or he grew up Christian. It's like your faith was telling you that this was not the way to go. And you fought against your faith. You turned your back on your faith for what you thought was going to be, you know, the life. You thought you was going to make money your wife. But you didn't know how many people's money has screwed over. Because once again, it's the love of money that gets people in trouble. Money is just a tool. So yeah, here it is. You're in here with the shiny people now. The Ace of Coins, which is, you know, being in the winner's circle, so to speak. You know, now I'm in the fold. I'm a part of the lifestyle. But you had to give up a very, very strong, significant part of yourself that you can never get back. And this bothers you at night. Like when you go to sleep at night, you're conflicted. Now it's like he wants to fight back and he wants to defend, you know, his allegiance to who he works with. Because he knows that everything in this family is coming to an end. It's coming to a rest. So he's worried about things coming to an end because it's like the independent woman, you know, she represents someone who, you know, can get it out the mud for themselves. This is going to bring an end to things for him, not just with working for Puffy, but him as an individual, as an independent artist. He could never go back to who he was beforehand. The streets will not accept him or respect him the way that they did before. All of these things come to an end with Puffy. It causes things to come to an end for him. Yeah. The tree of life. See, God was showing you, you know, you wanted to play, you know, both sides. You wanted to be second fiddle. If you leave this, I will make you a better man. I will fortify your family and all of your generations. but you chose to stay. Bottom of the deck, you've got the Sun, the Wheel, and the Eight of Cups. So he's thinking, happier times are going to come because I'm bossed up, I'm getting this money. But what ends up happening is things attached to this money and the people that you work with and how you get money is about to be exposed, and it's going to cause people to walk away from you. Eight of Cups. Like I said, he took this leap of faith to be in the fold with the family, like feeling like a made man, like he had gotten off into some mafioso type shit. And it's like the rest was curtains from here. There's no turning back. There's, if any of you remember the story of Lot and his wife when they left Sodom and Gomorrah, and everyone was, given the instructions to look forward, don't look back, and Lot's wife looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. Well, this feels like the energy that was around Meek. Meek had a chance to leave, to walk away from all of this, to go back to being an independent artist, and he chose to look back and stay with this situation. And from that point on out, there was no going back for him. It was like from that day forward, the old him died so that he could live a certain type of life of luxury. But now the secrets attached to that life and that luxury are being exposed. He can't go back now. He can't go back to the hood. He can't go back to like battle rap and being an independent artist. He'll never be seen the same. Y'all, that'd be crazy if he tried to go back to battle rap after this. Do you understand how they would eat him alive? He wouldn't even make it through the first round, let alone to the championship, without every battle rapper he comes across using this. All this right here on the table is ammo. It'd literally be like easy pickings. Yeah, so here it is. Now he's in a life. He's partying. He's turning up. He's getting money. He's networking. And see, this was the bigger picture, the network, right? Work with more people. I can get out here. I'm bending corners. But there's a lot of shame, regret, humiliation due to some things that have to be said or things that were done to get in this high priestess energy, and they were against his faith and his moral compass and judgment. Collaborations and things that were done in these parties, negotiations over here at the Palace of Coins, the place where he lost track of time for the last time. And here it is, high level secrets. Okay, what you think you know about what's going on with him is way deeper and way higher than you know. Also attached to this King of Wands. The King of Wands represents fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. We know who usually is the fire sign that pops up as King of Wands. So he has very, very bold secrets and alliances between the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Yeah. It doesn't look like Meek really takes time to think things through, okay? He just jumps into things. And this is weird. Like, okay, I'll work with you. You got it. You got it. And then boom, he gets into it. Be like, ah, shit, what did I get myself into? But I feel like a lot of this that he got himself into, or the decisions that he made during this time, were like decisions that he was making, you know, through like blurred lines, you know, being inebriated, being high, not thinking straight. And then you got sober, and it's like, ah, shit. So it even feels like this King of Wands may have been even using you to go back and forth for information. Damn, or somebody you supposed to be building a family tree with. Ooh. Lamika Louise. At this point, yes, I am calling you out for being bitch made. Out of all of this, this is the part where I look at you extremely sideways, because this is something you really honestly did not have to do. You didn't get tricked into this one. The other one with the King of Cups, I have deep sympathy and remorse for you, because that one was something that literally you were swindled and tricked into. This one, you openly played the middle. Yeah, you took a leap of faith because it was going to make things bigger and better for you, even though this was the person that you were supposed to be planning and plotting to have a family with. You were... I almost had like a twinge of sympathy for you. I really did. But this is just grimy energy. And it's like you ran into people who were grimier than you. Yep. And it's like now you got to worry about these messages coming back and forth about this Ace of Wands energy that is attached to the Wheel of Faith. Excuse me. It's attached to the Wheel, Judgment, Magician, the Four of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. So, like I said, that's the part I had sympathy on, because I feel like, you know, from what I'm seeing here, you were tricked into that situation due to something being placed in a beverage, something that, you know, you partook of that had something else in it that altered your ability to even know it happened, let alone say yes or no. But nobody tricked you on this side to be grimy there. Yeah, you really thought that times, you know, this was going to bring happier times. But it's like the sun here is not about happier times. It's about exposure. And see, when the sun is left to expose things for too long, because I don't see, only water I see over here is the Page of Cups, the apology card. It can end up being scorched to earth. It can destroy everything that is connected to a situation. Yeah, so like I said, I do feel bad for the beginning of the energy, because this is like the ultimate betrayal through the Ace of Wands. This is an ultimate betrayal that somebody can't come back from. And it, like I said, a part of you had to die for the rest of the journey to begin with this person. This person was never going to let you into their circle without having a secret that attached you to the circle. Something shameful that was going to bind you to loyalty. And once that was done, now we can work together. 8 of Coins, Five of Wands, Seven of Wands. So it's like they may have physically had an altercation in secret, but it doesn't matter. What's done is done. I can hold it over your head, and either you're going to do what I want you to do, or I'm going to make sure you're exposed, allegedly. And it looks like, you know, both those kings had a secret plan for getting next to Nikki, and they were going to use Meek to do so. Yeah. They were going to use the relationship as a vehicle to trap her, to control her, to keep her under wraps. But what they did not understand is her will to survive, her will to tap in and trust in God when she had nothing else. And this falls under this King of Wands, this this Sagittarius / serpent himself. So with this falling under the tree of life, like he needed her to be a part of what he was doing to build for his family stability. This fire sign. And when he couldn't get what he wanted, he was going to slow down the money, not just for her, but for both parties that were involved in this Two of Cups. So instead of you rocking out with your girl until y'all figure this out and y'all come up, you decided to switch up on her. And you chose money. Now look at her. Look at her money, look at her life, and look at you. See, money can be here today, gone tomorrow. So when you know that, morals should never be here today, gone tomorrow. Because you can have everything today and wake up tomorrow with nothing. And as long as you got your pride, your morals, your self-esteem, your self-love, you'll never, ever, ever be bankrupt. Because a man or a woman who stood on principle can always rebuild and get more money. But when you lose your moral compass, you lose self-respect. Everybody else who comes across you is going to lose the exact same thing when it comes to you. They're going to lose their respect for you. Morally, they're going to look at you as, you know, someone who's reprobate. They're not going to even want to be seen with you, depending on the moral depravity. So this is actually really messed up, because when it comes down to it, everything you went into this for is what you were robbed for. It's almost like you did everything for nothing. Yeah, this person was supposed to come and invest in you, and they spent a lot of money on you, and now it's being exposed. Why? So let me cover up our little biddies, because y'all know YouTube get to tripping on us with our tarot cards. Yeah, it was supposed to be invested in you to make you a star, to give you hope. And they literally played in your face. This is a master manipulator. He's done this for decades. You're not the first. You weren't the last. So it feels like once you were not able to produce what was necessary with the Empress, the one who can give birth to all things, the person who, you know, financially, you see this cornucopia, she doesn't want for anything. Anybody who works with her is going to have a plethora of income. So when you were not able to keep her locked in, it puts you, you know, in a position to where your money slowed down. And this person came in right in the nick of time. Seemed like it was a blessing. But that was all manipulation. They knew how the money went. They knew the type of life you were accustomed to. They thought they had a better stronghold on Nikki. Nikki got away. And now you are left, you know, with close to regular money. Not broke, but definitely not industry wealthy. And they come through with this, oh yeah, well, why don't you come work with me? I'll manage you. I'll do this. I'll do that. And you ended up in the fight of your life between both of these people. They both bamboozled you. All for the hope of you becoming a star. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Instead of going with you, the fire sign went with a woman. The other one just played in your face. Both of them lied to you either way it went. You end up not getting any of what you went into this for. And you see this? Now you know the secret, the moon energy. These two wolves both wanted the Empress, the one that could produce under any condition. They both wanted to lock her in. They both wanted to collaborate with her. He was used the whole time to keep close to Nikki. And this other person turned up the juice. They figured they would get balanced through a new beginning through tricking you into a situation to bring your lover to them. The other person tricked you into possibly allegedly becoming a lover. Oh my God. And then switched up on you and never did any real work with you. But it was all to get closer to Nikki. You made it easier for both of them to get closer to Nikki. And they both played you. Look, so we're going to end it here, okay? You see this? The moon, the two wolves, life after Puffy. You're going to be ostracized. The very thing that you were afraid of, you're going to go broke. You're going to be out here with your hand out. You see this broke person holding this baby? I need money. I need help. Help me feed my child. You know, if you see him out of nowhere popping up, you know, putting out, you know, different projects or whatnot, appearing to go back to being an independent artist, trying to go back to the street. This is why. You got used. Both of these people tricked you into thinking that you were going to have these pie in the sky type dreams. All they needed you to do was bring them Nikki, and the rest would be done from there. Nikki ended up getting rid of you, which inadvertently helped her get rid of everybody. And she was able to move on. But you got stuck in the matrix because of that one night at the party and the wrong thing in your glass. So, allegedly, all things that I've said today have no merit. We came here for entertainment purposes only. Baby, listen. Never, ever, ever, ever put so much faith in money that you lose focus on all the things in life that are priceless, that you can never get back once lost. Money can always be here today, gone tomorrow. But self-respect, integrity, those things you can't just pick up at the store. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, I thank you for this reading. Please close the portal behind him. Take all his energy with him. And this reading is adjourned. Part 12 of Life After Puffy, Meek Mills, is done. Hoo-wee.